All right, everybody been talking about why they not going to Mexico for everything that's been going on. And since I went to Mexico a couple years ago, I have been telling everybody don't go to Mexico. So I'm ready to share my story. Okay, so I went to Mexico with my girlfriend in 2023, and we stayed at a beautiful resort that was highly recommended on TikTok. The resort, for the most part, lived up to the expectations, but when I tell y'all, it was some bullshit every single day of the trip. Like, by the last day, I was genuinely wondering if I needed to start calling my friends and family and saying my goodbyes because it was that bad. Okay, so when we got to the resort, we got there a couple hours early, which we've kind of realized over many all-inclusive trips before that that's the hack. If you get there early, they still gonna let you in the resort. They still gonna let you go eat. They still gonna let you in the pool. So we get there early on purpose. We got there early. Room wasn't ready. No big deal. We about to go to lunch and go swimming. Y'all, when we first got there, they ran my card and they said that everything was good with the rooms. We went to have lunch and then we changed into bathing suits in the bathroom and started to get ready for the pools. After about maybe 3-4 hours, our room should have been ready after like 2 hours of being there, but they hadn't come and check in with us, and they knew where we were because we stayed in the main pool right outside of the lobby. So we went to check on the room. Yo, we get to the lobby, and granted, we are drunk as hell at this point. If you've ever been to an all-inclusive resort, you know how it goes. Them swim bars ain't nothing to play with. We get back to the lobby, and they're telling me that my payment didn't go through and that they would have to process it again until they could release us into the room. Mind you, I told you it was me, my girlfriend, and our best friend at the time on the trip. This isn't our first rodeo, so I already had everybody's money and then some in my bank account, so there was really no reason why the money wouldn't be going through. I don't know if it was just me being drunk or what, but I immediately gave them back my card and let them try it again because I knew that the money was on there. I don't even know if at this point I had checked my bank account to see what was going on. Like, I just am like, why would they lie about not getting the money? Gave them my card, they ran it again. They ran it probably 2 more times right in front of me, but they kept saying that the money wasn't going through. So at this point is when I checked my bank account. When I checked my bank account, it showed that the payments had gone through each and every time, but they were still saying that it didn't process on their end. So I called my bank to see what was going on, and my bank confirmed that the money had gone through. The resort's still saying that the money didn't go through, so they're like, well, we can escort you to your room, but we're not going to give you no room keys until the money goes through. Obviously, at this point, as you can guess, I'm not having that. What you mean you about to check me into a room? I'm going to take my suitcases and everything into the room, and I need y'all to access the room when I want to? Do I have stupid written across my forehead?
So by that point, we already frustrated, intoxicated, so trying to, channel and funnel all of that energy out, because at this point, her card is in, like, negative $12,000, and they just basically swiped her card for everything times maybe like 6 or 7 times. So finally got it settled, finally got the room key. It literally took for us, I think, on the phone with Navy Federal, them on speaker, like, yeah, the transaction has processed X amount of times in our end, and we see it, so we're confused what's going on in your system. At this point, this is our first experience. We trying to just make the best of it. Got our room keys, went to dinner, and we just gonna chill on the beach for the night. Get to the beach, we chilling, we vibing. We got drinks based on the package we had. They had like bottles and stuff in our room, so we got drinks. We got a little bit more dessert from the buffet, and we smoking our hookahs. We out there, we chilling hard, getting in the water. We got our speaker, we dancing, we having a good old grand time. Most of these resorts too are on like a private island, so the beach was in the back. Like, we was having a good time. Y'all not gonna believe what happened next. Lord. Little old Miguel comes around. I don't even know what his name is. Little bro come, he security. He come, he talking, he like, y'all can't do that. He's speaking Spanish a little bit, and we basically, like, we don't understand what you're talking about. Like, what can we do? He's like, y'all gonna get in trouble. Like, y'all can't do that. We all looking around like, what are we doing? Like, we're chilling on the beach. We didn't know that the beach had restriction hours or whatever. So we all like looking at each other like, what are we doing wrong? What can we do here? He starts pulling out his phone to get out Google Translate, and he starts typing in his phone. Mind you, Shay and our best friend at the time spoke Spanish. They wasn't, obviously, like in some of those places, you not trying to give all of that energy directly up front because you don't want everybody to know what type of wavelength you on. So we all kind of made eye contact like, this the wavelength we on, we not doing that. He typing in Google Translate, y'all can't do that, y'all gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna have to call the police, all of this stuff. We typing back to him like, what are we doing wrong? Like, what did we do? Like, at this point, what happened? He loaded and everything. So we not trying, it's our first day. We just went through all of this. We're relaxing on the beach, like literally feeling like we in a movie, just chilling. We going back and forth Google Translate for a couple minutes.
Y'all, like she said, I do speak Spanish, so I kind of had a little idea where the conversation was going, but I'm just like, you know what, let's play cool. Let me play the dumb American, don't know what's going on card, and just like see where it goes. He keeps giving back the phone after we're like asking him, what did we do wrong? Why are we getting in trouble? Like, can you tell us what rule we broke? And he keeps saying the same thing. Y'all can't do this. Y'all gonna get in trouble. But every time he's adding like more lines to it. So he's adding like, the police are gonna come and search you in your room. Next time is they're gonna come strip search you, and you're gonna get charged a $10,000 fine. Next thing is they're gonna have the dogs sniff you in your room, and it's just all like, he keeps trying to make it scarier and scarier. So at this point, we are scared. We're 3 girls in Mexico by ourselves. I think we turned 21 that year, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 22. And there's just 3 of us. So we're scared, and we just keep asking him like, okay, like, we don't know what we did still, but what can we do to resolve this? She's like, how much do you want? Because that's what, in her mind, she's like, the nigga must want money. So she's like, how much do you want? Now he's still saying the same thing. Y'all gonna get in trouble. Y'all gonna get strip searched. Y'all gonna have the dogs on y'all. Y'all gonna have to pay a fine. But he's like, at the end, he's adding a little something to the end. So now at the end of the messages, he's saying, unless you guys can find a way to make this go away. So we're like, yeah, how much money you want? Like, what's up? It's no problem. Y'all, I'm telling you, every time he hands the phone back, my eye is starting to twitch a little bit because I'm reading the top, which is in Spanish, and I told you I understand Spanish, and then I'm reading the bottom, which is in English. And you know, like, some words translate well. It's also Google Translate, so sometimes it's not exact. Point, I'm reading the top, I'm reading the bottom, I'm picking up what he's putting down. So now he's typing at the whole long message, da 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 da. Unless one of you can think of a way to relax me. Relax. Y'all, I turned to my friends and I said, y'all, this nigga is trying to fuss. My girlfriend wasn't on that. She's upset. I'm like, listen, we not about to sit right here and fight this nigga. We need to run. He's on a walkie-talkie talking about andale. Y'all, I've never ran so fast in my life.
When she told us, like, yeah, this what he mean, I'm like, at this point, let's beat his ass. They like, we gotta go. I'm like, we can literally, like, dog this nigga. Don't nobody got time for that. Y'all, when I tell y'all everybody on this resort was working together and the only thing that saved our life was God himself, we running. We go back upstairs because the ladies that took all our money was so nice. They were trying to get us to get all these resorts and excursions and everything. We go upstairs and the guys are acting so confused. I lied to you not. We're literally scared and hysterical. And they're just like, no way that happened. I'm sorry, we can't change your room. Like, all of this.
So, y'all, we ran to the room. We barricaded the door. We had a freaking bottle of alcohol on top of the doorknob, taking turns, keeping night watch to make sure that we don't get our room broken into and killed in our sleep. And it was one of the scariest nights of my life. We got scammed out of money, thousands of dollars. They tried to not give us the room, as if anybody was going for that. And then we got sexually harassed on the beach and almost sexually assaulted if we didn't run when we did. And we were just getting to the part about how the resort did nothing about it. So to take it back a second, because people are asking questions that I feel like we clarified, but we were on the beach going back and forth with Google Translate. He was threatening us in all these ways that were really confusing to us because we genuinely didn't understand what the hell we could possibly be doing wrong. Yes, we had a speaker and we were playing music, but it wasn't loud at all. It was like 10, 11 o'clock after leaving dinner. We did have vapes and hookahs, but they let us in with it through the airport, so we really didn't see a problem with that. Yep. And we were on the beach, but we weren't like swimming in the ocean, maybe like dipping our toes in, but mostly just chilling on the, what are those little beach chairs things?
Oh, yeah, the day beds.
Yeah, the cabana. We were chilling on a cabana, so maybe we thought that that's why that he was saying that, because during the day you have to rent those, but it was late at night, so we were genuinely confused as to what was going on. He said all the threats. At the end of each sentence, he started saying stuff like, unless one of you can find a way to relax me and make this go away, unless one of you wants to offer yourselves up to me to make this go away. Yep. And at that point is when I tried to take a picture of his phone. He snatched it and was on the walkie-talkie like, andale. And that's when we ran. It all happened so fast. And again, this was some time ago. We've been on many trips since then. So sorry that we left out some details.
We were literally running backwards, might I tell you, because he was strapped. He had a taser, like everything. So we didn't know what was going on, who he was talking to, or anything at this point.
Exactly. And if y'all want to see, I have video footage of us running because some people think that this is not real.
We will insert the clip here.
Here?
Here.
We ran back to the lobby. We were kind of running all around because at some point in our interactions with him, I think the first thing that he said is, what room number are you in? So he already had our room number before we even realized that he probably wasn't real security, and even if he was, that he was up to no good.
And we didn't give him our real room number, but we didn't know how the numbers were set up. So like the first 2 digits of the room number we gave and like maybe a couple digits off. So even still, if he would have came, it would have been close in that vicinity because we didn't know how the buildings or numbers work.
So if our room was like 4701, we told him like 4711 or something like that, to the point that if he was going to our floor to look for us, he would have found us. Yeah. So we ran to the lobby. At that point, because he was on the walkie-talkie whispering and shit and then saying all that andale, we didn't know what men on. Yeah, we didn't know. So at that point, we were not trusting any men. We were looking for women on the resort. Again, it was like midnight at this point after the whole interaction, so there weren't very many people like at the front desk. It's after hours. The resort is pretty much closed at that point. We found a cleaning lady. I spoke to her in Spanish. I know y'all want to hear that. And she basically said, like, she was scared herself. She's just like, I'm really not supposed to do anything. Like, I just clean. You guys will have to, like, tell my manager. He's a guy. He's safe. And she wanted to call him. And we're like, no, please. Like, at this point, we're terrified. We don't know who the hell that security guard on the beach was talking to on a walkie-talkie. So we're like, I'm telling her, like, please, like, you're a woman. We trust you. Please don't talk to any men. Like, we're terrified. Like, I'm pretty sure we were crying, hysterical. Like, I don't know if any of y'all have been in a situation where you've been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed. Hopefully you haven't. But that's not no joke. And to think
across
that
the world, away from your parents, country, away from anybody, like, don't know nobody else out there.
We were terrified.
First day, y'all. Like, this is the first day.
And all of this stuff has happened. So I get that it's easy to make light of a situation when you weren't there. But just keep in mind that we actually lived through this. And it wasn't like a joke or funny or light at all. So after trying to find different people, we could only find men. We talked to the cleaning lady. She wanted to call her boss. We had messaged our butler on WhatsApp. It was after hours, so he wasn't getting back to us. We were like, okay, probably floating around the resort and being some of the only people up and walking around is probably not the best idea. So let's go back to the room. We go back to the room. We barricade the door, which if y'all look at our last post, I literally have a picture of it that confirms everything that I was saying. We had chairs, I think the couch, we had alcohol bottle. Like, we barricaded the door and kept night watch, taking turns, like I was saying before. The next morning, because we had messaged our butler, I think while we were at breakfast, some hotel staff came over and was like, hey, we want to talk to you about the message that you sent your butler. I believe they put, where did they talk to us at the at breakfast, or did we go back?
No, we had to go back to that little like desk where they
like guest services.
Room. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So they took us to guest services, and that's when we filed a formal report. Again, the night before, they told us that they couldn't change our room, and she confirmed that. She's basically said that they were over capacity and that she would try and find whoever it was, but she did say, like, I don't think I'll be able to because a different company patrols, like, all the resorts along this whole strip of beach, and basically, I don't know who the hell it was. So it wasn't much of help, and this is the morning of the first full day on the resort. So I feel like that kind of set the tone for the whole rest of our trip, because now we have in the back of our mind that this guy literally just asked us to give our bodies to him to stay out of trouble when we weren't doing anything wrong, and the resort can't really do shit for us, not even change our room, because he knows our room number.
So full day one, we went to breakfast, had breakfast on the resort. From there, we went to our first excursion. Nothing crazy happened this day. What park did we go to? Savage, something like that. So we went to that park. Park was fun. We did zip lining. We jumped into caves. We did swimming, like the excursions, everything in that nature. We had a good time. If we ever were to go back to Mexico, we would definitely do those excursions again, just because we had a really fun experience doing all of those. Once we left, we came back, had dinner on the resort, got fucked up just because paid our money, might as well drink up their liquor, and locked ourselves back in the room because we still didn't know what was going to go down the second day.
Yeah, we had on the itinerary that we were going to go to the club each night, but because of everything that was happening on the resort, y'all, we never went to the nightclub. We were terrified at that point. We weren't on that anymore.
Yeah. Day 2, we went to Coco Bongo. If y'all know about Mexico, Coco Bongo, it was lit. We purchased the tickets way in advance, so we didn't really know how the transportation was going to work before we got there, because we did know that wasn't an excursion through the resort. So
like
one
a beach
thing,
club.
Yeah, it's like a beach club, day party type of vibe. It's amazing. The hotel did arrange for us to get a female taxi driver, which we really did appreciate, and she took us there. I think that really helped us feel safe. Mm-hmm. But keep going about our experience there.
Yeah, that set the tone for our day. We went to Coco Bongo. We had a great time. If y'all still decide to go to Mexico and y'all go to Coco Bongo, please be advised that you will be fucked up. Like, when I say fucked up, like, probably the drunkest you'll ever be in your life.
Yeah.
They're coming around the pool just pouring shots in your mouth. And when I say shots, I mean shots. Like 10 shots. You know how they squirt the bottle in your mouth at hibachi? No, baby. This is like a real alcohol bottle, and you're drinking a quarter of it by yourself.
All day,
you're playing games
in the pool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They had hookah there too, didn't they?
I don't remember, but it's a good time. Yeah. It's a really good time, but you're gonna be fucked up. So we were. We we're looking for a taxi. We finally got one. You know, the day party was over, so everybody was looking for a taxi. It took a while to find one. We were, I think, about 40 minutes from the resort at this point. So we get the taxi to the resort. It was a long ride, and we were drunk. Y'all know how it is breaking that seal. So we had to pee.
We definitely did go before in Coco Bongo, and once we broke that seal, it was over with.
Yeah, so we asked the taxi driver to please pull over at the gas station, and he did. She decided to stay in the car to make sure that he didn't leave us in the middle of freaking Mexico at a random gas station. And then we took turns, like one in the stall, one at the door, watching both, and like taking turns like.
So quick recap. Y'all already know everything that happened, but just to let y'all catch y'all up to speed real quick. We got scammed out of our money. We got sexually harassed on the beach. We went to an excursion park. We went to Coco Bongo. And now we're at the gas station.
Yes. So at the gas station, like I was saying at the end of the last video, we took turns. She was in the car, and then me and my best friend at the time went. So I went to the bathroom first. She was at the door, like, watching me in the bathroom and watching her in the car. Just to, like, you know, we all three together, we just wanted to make sure that we all had eyes on each other in some way, shape, or form. I go to the bathroom. You know how we ladies do. We love to sit this phone on that there toilet paper holder. I did that, come out of the stall. My best friend goes in the same stall as me, uses the bathroom. I'm actually at the car at this point, checking on her and making sure she's good. Walking back towards the bathroom door as my best friend is coming out, and that's when I realized I don't have my phone. One, maybe two ladies came in and out of the bathroom between the time that my best friend came out and I came out, but I wasn't thinking nothing of it because at this time I didn't realize that my phone was not with me. Go back, because I knew exactly where I put it. We always do the same shit with our phone. Put it on that. Well, I always do the same thing with my phone. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I always put it on top of the toilet paper dispenser. Get back into the stall that I had just used. Maybe 3 minutes later, the phone is gone. So we are trying to go to the, I think it was like, not a 7-Eleven. It was a Subway and some other stop. It was like bathroom, Subway, and maybe like a quick Mart grocery. All 3 doors, and then this is all at the gas station. So we're going in the 2 stores next to it, asking about lost and found. Like, did anybody bring a phone here? You know, we thought that maybe somebody had turned it in and had pure intentions, and then we realized that that wasn't the case.
The guy that was in the taxi was also getting annoyed with us because I think we were there for like almost 45 minutes to an hour.
So again, y'all heard the recap at the beginning. This is my bank account that got scammed. It's also my and her birthday, and now my phone is gone. So, like, we've been trying to, like, as most of what you heard in part 2, we're trying to make the best of the situation because we're already here. The money's already gone. We've did the flights. Like, you know,
we're here now.
We're here now. We're just trying to make the best of it. Now the fucking phone is gone. So, I'm not happy. I'm checking my location on their phones. The phone is all the way to hell down the street. We still got about 20-something minutes to get back to the resort. So I'm just sitting there, honestly, pissed the hell off.
Got back to the hotel, pissed off, annoyed, still trying to make the best of it. Spent a little bit of time in the pool, had dinner at the resort. Next day, we went to another excursion. We went to the Explore Park, ATVs, zip lining again, jumping in caves. Like, it was a ball. We had a really fun time there as well. Yes, if you go, recommend the excursions. We had a blast.
Yeah.
That night, once we got back from the excursion, that night was going to be bringing in both of our birthdays. So we was like, we kind of wanted to go to the club, but again, how we said, we weren't really sure how the vibes were going to be. So we just turned up on our own, had a good time, brought in our birthday inside of our room, blasting music, having a good
twerking.
Okay. Having a good vibe and just chilling and relaxing. Mm-hmm. He also had her iPad. So what I was telling her, I'm always trying to make light of a situation. Like, we got insurance on the phone. We're not going to T-Mobile in Mexico. So, like, soon as we touch down and get back to our city, we're going straight to T-Mobile. Like, we'll figure all of this out. We were already processing the claim in Mexico, doing everything that we needed to do so that we can just pick up the phone once we got back in the States to go to T-Mobile.
Yeah, and I feel like that's another thing. Like we said before, we were trying to make the best of it, and I feel like I was upset about losing my phone, but I was really upset because the next day was my birthday, and I'm like, I'm not even going to get to see everybody telling me happy birthday. Like, if I don't make it home and it's their last time reaching out to me, I want to see the shit. So she's like, no, it's fine. You have your iPad. Like, you can
service
just use that.
iPad, yeah.
You got service on your iPad. You got a camera. Like, it's fine. Just use that as your phone until we get home. Okay. So the next day is our birthday.
Birthday.
We go on a party boat. Party boat, great time. We're vibing, having a great time. As you can imagine, again, maybe this is a problem. I don't know.
We've died down. That was in our younger years.
Yeah.
We're good.
We go to the party boat. We come back. We have I think we did book this excursion through the resort. So they had scheduled the shuttle to and from for us. So we come back from the party boat. You know, all day I'm responding to messages on Instagram. And my text messages are coming through to my iPad also. So happy birthday. Thank you. You know, reposting people's stuff to my story. You know how it goes on your birthday.
We get off the shuttle. And after we get off the shuttle, we go straight to the swim-up bar. Spent a couple hours in the pool. I think we went from the swim-up bar to the jacuzzi to regular pool. We had met some friends on the resort, too, so they had, like, a swim-up pool. Like, we was just vibing that whole time.
I don't think we did all of that because we were running late to our dinner reservation when we got back. I think we were just trying to drink a little bit, dip in the pool before it closed, and then get ready for dinner.
Okay. So then maybe I just got in that other pool just to be extra. Because remember that small pool over there that I got in that I was like chilling in and y'all were like, we have to go.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Okay. So we was in a swim up bar and some other pool. And I guess I was just playing too much. Not ready to go. We're walking up to the room, and Shay asks for her iPad. I go in my bag. I got like a laptop slip in the back of my book bag, and her iPad is not in there. I had to break the news and tell her iPad was not in my bag. I asked her friend, "Is it in your bag? Do you have the iPad?" She also confirmed that she doesn't have the iPad. How was you feeling at that moment?
How y'all think I was feeling at that moment?
Literally.
To clarify, I had a mini purse that day because it went with my outfit. She had a book bag and our friend had like a tote bag. So one of them was carrying like towels and stuff for the day, our change of clothes, and the other one was carrying the other one was carrying our devices and stuff like that. So there was really no need for me to have a bag. And
she was in her princess era that day. It was her birthday.
Yeah, like,
I don't want to carry nothing.
My girlfriend, my best friend, like, I'm being taken care of. Or they tried. They tried
so
their best.
She thought.
So she thought. Yeah. So yeah, at that point, all of that trying to keep good spirits and stuff, it went right out the window. I'm not going to get too much into detail about that part, but just think of everything that you know about an Aries and just apply it to this scene, and that's how the rest of our night went.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. We lit, we live, man. Listen, they just had a bad experience in Cancun, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If you don't got no money, don't go to Cancun, because Cancun is very expensive and everything you do costs money. Nothing is close. So if you want to experience Mexico in a good vibe way, Playa del Carmen is a great place to go. If you're going to Cancun and you're not staying on a resort and going to stay on that resort and not go nowhere, because if you go anywhere outside of Cancun, outside of that resort, it's going to cost you a lot of money. There's like everything is it's just like being in a big city like Atlanta, but you're in the most expensive part of the city. Like if you're going to enjoy something, like when you go out to dinner, you're going to go to a nice spot. Now there are fast food restaurants there, but who goes to Cancun to eat at fast food restaurants? You want to go to Del Frisco, you want to go to, whatever, you can get you cigars there, but a lot of stuff isn't walking distance. It just so happened where I had my hotel, it was next to the mall, so I was able to go to the mall. But then everywhere else, we just had to get a ride there, and it was just like, all right, it's all good. We get a ride there, even we borrowed like the hotel that we was at. You can borrow the bikes and you be out on the bikes all day. But if we wanted to go to the beach, we had to go so far. So it's just like, do I really want to go to the beach? And I've been at the beach all this time, but I should have went to the beach, but I've been at the beach all this time. And it was just like, it's just like, I kind of wanted to experience Cancun, but then when you get the city part of Cancun is hella expensive, no matter where you go, what you do. You'll be shopping if you can afford a Hublot, if you can afford Gucci, if you can afford all that stuff, that's at the mall. It ain't. I think there was a Nike, but it was hella soccer stuff. You know what I'm saying? If it was hella, I can't remember what else was. It was just like it was so much. Everything was just like upscale. So I don't know. I don't know any. Maybe there's a non-rich part of Cancun, but at that where I was, man, I was like, hell no, I ain't got no money for this. So it was just a bunch of window shopping. Like, not that I was going out there to ball out anyway, but I'm just saying it was just like it was hella expensive. But on another, if you're looking at it the opposite way, like I got to see like I was able to walk up on $1 million watches and stuff like that. But then they had like you know, they had touristy stuff where you can go into, you know, they had little shacks where you can buy little touristy stuff, but even the touristy stuff was hella expensive. And it was like, damn, these same things you can go to the Walmart and buy for $6. These same bags you can go to the, Walmart. It was just over there was just hella expensive. So, I wouldn't recommend Cancun for anybody who's, if you're not staying on the beach for a couple days to just get out there, relax, not spend no money. If you ain't got it, not spend no money. You can drink, be on the beach, party, because there's a lot of parties going on. There's a lot of clubs for sure. You can do that, but if you're a sightseer and you're not a clubber, man, you're gonna be like, man, hell no, it's too much. It's too much. Nothing is close. It's like, nothing is in walking distance in Cancun. Like you might be able to. There's a certain amount of walking before you be like, hell no, that's too far, because they don't build up, they build out. Just like, down south. Down south, they build out, not up.